Hello there, Leo. I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be a weekly reading for the week of the 25th, so this week to the 1st of October. So I am going to dive straight into it. Let's see what's going on for you guys, all right? We're going to shuffle the cards first, as always, and then we'll talk about it. All right, so let's see for Leo, please. For Leo, please. All righty. Let's split the deck for you. Gonna cut it into 3, then we're gonna put them back together again in a different order. All right, let's see for Leo. Present, higher self. All right. Ooh, I like that. Okay, this is very, ooh, that's interesting. It is a good reading, but let's talk about it here, Leo. So, in the past energy, in a past position that might still be impacting you this week, we have the 10 of Wands. So this is like a burnout energy, Leo. You might have felt like you've had a lot on your plate, been doing too much. Just be careful with this. Make sure that we are actually balancing it out now. 10 of Wands is coming to the end of a very exhausting chapter. So maybe you've been able to take a break. If not, might need to, because this is apparently still affecting you here. You guys may have had to release something recently, or again, you're learning to release something, let go of something. A lot of you guys here, Leo, might have been coming to an understanding about what is yours to carry and what is not yours to carry, meaning what is your responsibility to worry about, to fix, and what's not. Okay, so some of you guys may have had to shed something. I am getting a bit of like a shedding imagery in my head, whether you're shedding a part of yourself, shedding some people along with it. It's good. I think that you should keep doing that, is what I'm hearing here. I think some of you, Leo, I don't know if you have Scorpio energy in your chart or whether it's just an imagery that's coming to mind, but it does feel like you guys need to understand that I think shedding is like a constant cycle for you. You're going to have to keep kind of, especially if you're building yourself up here, Leo, you're going to have to shed some people who might be trying to drag you down or trying to make their problems your problems. You might have to shed an old part of yourself that, you know, wants to carry all the weight or wants to do a lot. You have to honor your cycles, is what I'm hearing. Don't put too much work on yourself for the sake of growth, because sometimes it can be detrimental. Okay, just pay attention to that with the 10 of Wands. All right. But anyway, I feel like for some of you, your hard work is going to be paying off anyways. There may have been a little bit of a blip, meaning that you might have been a bit exhausted and it may have held you back temporarily, or again, holding on to people's problems may have held you back temporarily, but you are kind of getting back on track again, which is lovely. In your current position, we have the 3 of Pentacles. So you might find yourself planning something within this week, hearing really good feedback this week. Maybe people want to collaborate with you, or it could be receiving emails or people coming up to you and talking to you about what it is you're doing for work, what it is that you're planning on doing. Maybe some people want to part in it. Maybe some people want to invest in it. 3 of Pentacles is just building the foundations of something. You're planning something. You're thinking something through. This feels very good, whatever it is. Just make sure we're staying consistent with it and honoring the breaks when needed. Some of you, if this is in terms of like, this feels new. You're having a new energy in your current situation, which is good. For some of you, if this is relating to people, you might be finding yourself networking a little bit more. You might meet some really good people with that, people who hold value. All right, people who will give you very solid advice. All right. And by the way, whatever you're doing for work, again, it is coming back to work. You are going to be building like a very good foundation for the long term. All right, whatever it is you're planning on or inventing, this is a word coming to mind. Whatever you're inventing or creating is a better word for it. It does feel like it's going to be very good for you. Okay. Now, in terms of your higher self, all right, and what your higher self wants you to align yourself to, Leo, is I'm hearing understanding your limits, which is interesting, but this mainly means like knowing when to take that pit stop. So very similar to what we've already mentioned for you guys. What your higher self wants you to know is knowing when to stop. Just like the racers, you know, they take a pit stop even before they have any problems, just to prevent themselves from stopping later down the line. So what you're learning here is about the balance. Some of you guys, again, maybe this is like more emotional stuff, which I am picking up on here. This is very Sagittarius energy for you, Leo. But what it means here is that you do have this adventure seeking attitude about you around this time, and you want to do more and achieve more, and you want to keep conquering things and moving forward and achieving. Again, you have the very beautiful fiery energy about you. What this angel is doing here, she's actually balancing the elements. She's balancing fire and water and trying to find a equilibrium technically. So you have this beautiful fiery energy about you, but don't let it consume you, okay? Because you also have emotions, and those also need to be tended to. So I am picking up that your emotions might be dampening your fire, causing you to feel more exhausted than maybe you would necessarily without those emotions. So your blockage is coming up with the Page of Cups, okay? So it is that cup of emotion that needs to be addressed. So take the time out, process it, then you can be back on track. One thing that I want you to know with the Temperance card is that the sun is there. You don't need to rush. It's always going to be there. Usually it's a crown in the background, and what it represents is kind of happiness, joy, your goal. Whatever your goal is, you will get that. That's not moving. A lot of you are on track in terms of your destiny, where you're supposed to go, but maybe you're giving yourself like pressure, too much pressure than what's necessary. What's important as you learn is that you learn to enjoy the journey. All right, maybe you've lost yourself a little bit here, where you've been so addicted to the goal because you're seeing momentum, you're seeing growth, which is amazing. But just don't forget that the present is super powerful, and what you're working on in the present is just as powerful, and your emotions and your human experience is also super important and powerful. So make sure that you're balancing yourself, make sure you're tapping in to your reality, all right, and putting your feet in the water a little bit, all right. Maybe that's something significant for you. Maybe you need to go by the sea. You need to go by the water, the lakes, the rivers. It might help ground you a little bit emotionally. Because your blockage being the Page of Cups is not a coincidence, given what we've been saying in that card. It feels like there is an emotional imbalance here, okay? This could be a childhood wound. There could be a message coming up that's going to catch you by surprise here. Or again, something that you just did not expect to make you feel emotional. Maybe you're just crying for no reason. Can get it, I understand. Or maybe again, there's something in your environment that might trigger you a little bit. But if we are processing this before, then we won't have this trigger. But whilst it's here, make sure we're dealing with it. It might be stemming again from childhood wounds, or again, just something that catches you by surprise. We need to learn how to balance it so that it doesn't block our journey. Because when we have all this fiery energy and we're so consumed by that fiery motivation, that passion, that when we feel emotional, it gets completely in the way, and it blocks us. You're learning how to balance that. So take your time. Temperance is about patience and balance, understanding that things take time. And that's your biggest lesson here that the universe wants you to align yourself to at this time, Leo. In terms of your environment, you could be spending some time with your family, a little bit more here with the Ten of Pentacles. This could be spending time with your family, your friends, people who are very loyal, people that you may have known for a long time, all right? Could be a lot of catching up coming on here. We have a lot of animal influence here as well. So it's about loyalty. It's about spending time with people who you care for, catching up with people who you care for. And because this is in your environment, this feels very good. Good people around you. Also, in terms of your work, again, I do see that you're feeling very abundant. If not now, then definitely you are going to be maybe pleasantly surprised when it comes down to your finances and about what you're achieving here. So that's very lovely. And what you'll see is that you might be surrounded by a lot of, I want to say wealth. That's not what I wanted to say, but it was coming up. So maybe you are surrounded by a lot of wealth. But a lot of you guys might actually be around an environment that is where you want to be. So it feels inspiring this week, okay? In terms of maybe some inner challenges that you might be experiencing or inner feelings, influences that's going on right now, it does feel like you're going through some changes, all right? And again, this is very similar to what I said in the beginning about honoring your cycles. You're going through some cycles. It does feel like you're changing, but it feels like because the wheel is always turning, it's like you never really know what it is that you're going to get. So maybe your energy feels a little bit unpredictable. Maybe you feel a little bit I can't speak today. Maybe my mouth is trying to catch up with my brain. So I'm sorry if I'm speaking fast. There is a setting on YouTube where you can slow me down if it's too much. But my tongue can't keep up with everything. So I'm stumbling over my words. But as you can see, the wheel is always turning. Meaning what goes around comes around. Number one, feels a bit like karmic energy happening, but also I think that you're changing and it's natural to feel like that. It's okay to go through ups and downs. That's what the wheel is about. This thing is always turning here. So you might be coming into a phase of truth and clarity here. It does feel like the Chariot though. We don't have that coming through, but the Sphinx at the top reminds me of that because of the black and white. It's that balance here, but it's got that sword here as well. So it's a time of truth. It's a time of clarity. It's a time of seeing things how they really are, whether it's things that you expected or not. It's also a card of blessings. So you're going through a current blessing within yourself, okay? And that could be influencing you as well. So it might not be something you see straight away, but it is definitely something that's happening for you. In terms of what you can't see right now is the Five of Cups. So disappointment, all right? Might be feeling a little bit down on your luck is what they're saying. Maybe you guys are just focusing a little bit too much on what's not working, on what you're not, again, it's that emotional aspect that is being a bit of a blockage for you. But this will be easily fixed. So I think that's something that we need to remember is that even when our emotions are not doing what we want them to do, or even if things around you are kind of making you feel more emotional, that's okay. You're going through a cycle. It's okay to grieve something that you feel had potential, something that you feel like you've lost. It's okay. But don't wear the cloak of misery for too long. That's what this card is saying here, because there are still things that you do have. So in a time where you feel like you're going through some losses, or again, things are spilling here, we have 2 cups that are left, all right, which can represent love and good relationships. But it just means that you're not starting at ground zero, even though it feels like it at time. There is something there. Even if you never saw it before, maybe it's a solution to your problems. Maybe it is love, good connections, whether it's just something that you can build off of. So 5 of Cups says there may be some disappointment. Maybe your happiness is it's not doing its thing, but that will be fixed. In your near future, you have the 3 Cups. Friendship, celebration. Most importantly, it's about happiness. All right. Just like the 3 Cups have spilled here. What you can't see right now, yes, this might spill. But it's temporary. That's what it feels like. You are going to find friendships again, maybe reconciliation again. If something maybe you've had a little bit of a blip or an argument here, whatever the 5 of Cups represents, it's going to be fixed, whatever it is. Okay, so don't hold on too much to that again. Focus on what you can do to build this one up, what you still have left, okay? In terms of your distant future, you have the wild card. So this change that you're feeling is happening. You are going to be ending new cycles, beginning new ones. This is a very good card for glowing up, all right, being seen with the wild card, especially if you are on a platform of any kind, because the wild card can represent kind of fame and success in that level. But this is mostly about cycles. So very big and important message for you guys in your reading is about honoring cycles, which is important. Now, interestingly, and I will have to clarify this card because this has come up in what you need to hear and do. So the devil influence can represent anything from feeling chained to something, feeling like something aside, like outside of yourself is controlling you and needing to figure out what that is to cut the chains. It could be anything from fears, envy, jealousy to people, all right, or addictions. Let's clarify the devil, please. 5 of Cups. So this is something that is something you cannot see right now. It may mean that there is a little bit of like a devil influence in your life. It's just kind of maybe the impulse to go straight to negativity than to actually be a little bit more hopeful, which we all do, so don't worry. This devil energy again is more about fears. So you might be over analyzing what goes wrong and maybe holding on too tightly to what's gone wrong and getting yourself in a negative loop. Be careful of that. The devil never wants you to grow and succeed, so it will do anything to tempt you into staying stuck. And the 5 of Cups can be a stuck energy. It's an energy of misery, and that is linked to the devil here. For some of you, it could be a situation or a toxic connection with somebody that might be disappointing to you. So we might need to cut away from that and actually look at what you do still have, and it's healthy love, healthy relationships with people around you. Let's just get one more. All right, could be work situations as well. We have the 8 of Pentacles here. So if this is in terms of work, it may feel like a lot of hard work ahead for you because that's Capricorn energy in the devil card. All right, if we stay consistent and don't let the mistakes or the downfalls or those emotions to drag you down and to sink you, I'm kind of seeing like a chain to your foot here. If we put too much importance on mistakes or on things that don't go our way and start to get, really sad about that, or hold on too tightly to people. It's all kind of being represented by that chain that I'm seeing on your foot here. So don't allow that to drag you down. Eight of Pentacles is about building your skills, building your talents, and working on something here. So don't let something get in the way of your flow. Take your rest, take your emotional breaks where needed. Look out for that. Be very vigilant with your emotions and make sure that what you're feeling is helpful to you, if that makes sense. Like, we can feel grief, we can feel disappointment. Absolutely, it's very normal and actually very okay to do that. I would recommend you to feel that way for a while, because you're feeling it for a reason. Something has not gone the way that you want it to, or again, it's something that might be happening this week. It's okay to feel grief. It's okay to feel disappointed, like, oh, I wish I did this. That's fine, but use it to help you to grow. Don't hyperfixate on it. Don't look at it and go, this is why nothing's working for me, I keep making mistakes, or this person keeps intervening, or whatever. Don't blame it on anything. The 3 cups can be fixed again and will be fixed again. So the more that you hold on to this thing, the more it's going to block you. But anyway, let's get you some more cards for you, Leo. Let's see. 2020 could have been significant. We have answered prayer. So again, your prayers are being answered here, which is good. All right. Anything that you've been asking for will be shown to you. You might be receiving a gift. We have healing coming through. Okay. And that came out with new love. So some of you guys may have been disappointed about a certain person, but it does feel like you're healing from that, and there is new love coming in. And that is your answered prayer. Let's just get one more for Leo. Dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. You guys could be seeing this a lot more in your dreams, or again, your answered prayer will be in your dreams. Let's get you a tea leaf tarot as well for you, Leo. Ooh. You have cat. This as a two-faced friend. This came up with lightning. Control your anger or you'll be sorry. Be careful with how you're dealing with that. You may be discovering someone's true intentions. Maybe that's what the 5 of Cups is representing here. It might be knocking your confidence a little bit here, Leo. But again, keep working on yourself. Keep working on things that you're doing. Keep working on your emotions. All right. Take the time out when needed. Don't work yourself too hard. But also don't give up just because of something is getting in your way. You have handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. Could be some new love coming through. And handshake came up with angel. Spiritual guidance, protection from harm. So you might be moving away from something and then guided, very divinely guided towards something else afterwards. And that feels like it's an angel on your shoulder here helping you out. All right. Well, my lovely angels, if you would like a personal reading from me, that is linked down below. If they are currently sold out, then make sure you put your email in the wait list and you'll be notified fast if that's the case, because I don't know when you're watching this or if they're still open or not. But if you put your name on the wait list, then you'll be notified before YouTube and therefore have bigger chances of getting in with me. But make sure you read the description and everything before you book in. And also, if you would like to get more into meditation, or if you want to try breathwork, or if you want to try out a very lovely app that I have a lovely partnership with, that is linked down below. There's a 7-day free trial, which I'm super happy about if you use my link. If you want to see my own video on how it helped me and how it came to me at a very beautiful time in my life, like, not beautiful time, I was saying this in the other readings, it's not a beautiful time. It came to me in a very divine way, because I really needed it. I really needed to connect with myself. I felt super lost, very out of touch with my intuition. And I've been looking for apps to kind of look out for meditation and stuff like that. And I could never really find one. And then I got an email. And I'm like, let me try this out. I loved it. I hope you guys love it too. Again, there is a free trial. If you love it too, then you get 25% off the membership. But if you don't, then you can just cancel the trial and that will be it. There's no risk involved. It is free. So yeah, check that out if you wish. But if not, I hope to see you guys next time anyway. All right.